Welcome to Breakfast and BS with Vince and Friends. I am your host, Smooth Jazz Vince. And today we got producer Virgil.
Happy New Year.
And Sergio Top Down Wishes Cream Corn Sanchez.
Good morning.
We are here, of course, in beautiful Santa Fani's in La Mesa, California, the jewel of the hills. And fellas, Happy New Year's. It is always a pleasure.
Are you channeling Bill Murray?
I have no idea.
I feel it's like...
All I know is I'm full of steak, and I need a nap.
Okay, yeah. Someone who's not in a steak coma, please take the helm.
Excuse me, my show. I can do this. I can do this. All right. We've been doing this for we'll say 3 years now.
3 years.
3 years now. Happy anniversary.
Is today the actual day? Not official.
Close enough.
Not official. Happy unofficial anniversary. It was early, like in January, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Let's just call it the anniversary.
I'm saying happy anniversary. God, dude, we might not get together that day. Jeez, gotta be so negative. See, now you're making the blood boil and making the steak coma go away. Hope you're happy.
Yeah.
God.
This is the Vince we need for this podcast. The color's coming back to his head. Mm-hmm.
God, can't just let me fall asleep on mic. That's all I ask.
No.
We're in a nice restaurant. It's a beautiful time. I just want to take a nap. God, I gotta host a show. Oh, where's Thrash when I need him? You know what? Freaking.
Where's Thrash when you need him? Holy shit. I never thought that I would ever hear you say that.
Well, you never really need Thrash, but, he can do some light lifting. His back is good.
And some heavy banging on the table.
You know what? There's actually heavy banging without him here.
Uh-oh.
Sergio.
Sorry, it was just me beating my head against the wall thinking about another year.
The holidays suck. Okay, so we made it through the New Year's. I hung out with Johnny Lowe. It was a nice time. Him and his lovely wife Vero. And it was one of those things where we were just bullshitting, watching movies and shows and all that stuff. And
forgot about the New Year?
Pretty much.
Yeah, John told me.
Yeah. So it was like 1 minute thing. I set my alarm and I was like, oh shit, Happy New Year!
That's funny.
And then tried putting it on like a countdown or whatever, like 1 minute before. And we ended up watching like some Canada countdown show that was like supposed to be on time, but of course it wasn't because it's Canada and they can't do nothing right. God. That's why when I become Supreme Emperor, Canada is no longer a country.
Aww.
Your official new name is RHS.
America's hat.
No.
What's RHS?
Redheaded stepchild. That's your new country name.
Okay. I like Canada.
You still like the places, but the names and we're picking the language. No more French Canadian. No more that. No, you learn one thing: Vincentese. That's right. Because America will be no more. My language is Vincentese. That way, everybody remembers me for the greatness that I am.
What's Vincentese?
It's a combination of American and slang. And mainly talking out of your ass.
Ah, okay.
So, Vincentese.
Sounds like Vince and Knees.
Well, technically me, the other one's still ain't doing too
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
That's a whole other coming up on a year on that next month. That's a whole other story.
Vince's knee, gotcha.
So, no, it was actually a really nice time. I got a parking pass. That was awesome.
What? You didn't have to freaking climb the...
All is great. Thank you very much.
You have to climb the freaking hill of despair?
No, I didn't. The hill of shame and sadness? No.
Parking pass at Douglas?
Yeah, to use their parking.
Look at you.
Oh.
I know, right? That's what you call ringing in the new year, right?
Yeah, that's VIP status right there. Otherwise, you have to fucking climb 3 miles from the top of a fucking hill.
Oh, and then in my Ghostbusters mobile game, I beat a Scolari brother.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So, life is beautiful.
While you were there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Life is beautiful.
I have not got Gozer yet.
No.
We have to look for her.
Yeah. So, and then the next day I went to my aunt's, first one there. to get pozole, or not pozole, menudo. Excuse me, I kind of burped when I said that, menudo. But I'm always the first one there. I spent my last $15 on donuts. Well, it was $12, but still, you know.
Sure. You gotta get the milk to
I
go
had
with it.
I had $15 in the account, so it was like, just don't be more than. It was like 12 something, and then I was like, all right, come on, Tex, don't screw me over. So I had enough.
Tax screws you over anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
In this case in particular.
you know when you got like,
When it,
like
ends up being
freaking,
when it ends up being $30 box of donuts because you go over.
Yeah.
Overcharge.
Or you don't have the extra 2 cents.
oh, that's the
Make taxes,
worst.
you know.
Yeah. So no, it was a nice time. The whole family ended up showing up really late. The only person on time was me, and I'm actually the only person that's ever on time in my family. What's wrong with being punctual?
There's nothing wrong.
God,
It's actually.
everybody I know is freaking always late.
Oh, well.
Ah. God. Okay. So yeah, no, it was a nice way to end the holidays and the vacation, and went back to work, and it was just a CF. And
Yeah.
it was long, tiring, and I also went back to physical therapy that next day.
How'd that go?
My ass hurts, my leg is tired,
Your ass hurts?
because you got to rebuild all that muscles.
Oh, yeah, so they gotta work everything.
Yeah, so doing squats, leg lifts, all that other,
I got you.
working on being a can dancer again.
Those high kicks in there.
Yeah, got to get the high kicks in there.
Where do you do your physical therapy?
At Kaiser in
Somewhere.
by the border.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where they got like the movie theater, the Walmart. And,
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Palm Avenue.
yeah, thank you.
Gotcha.
Well, I had to do physical therapy as well. And basically they make me do the same thing over, and I kind of just do that on my own anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But now my left knee is starting to give me problems.
Of course.
Because of overcompensation, I guess. So
Yeah.
I wake up one morning, I'm like, why is my left knee on fire? It's like,
Yeah.
so I have 2 bum knees now. It's
Yeah.
great.
Welcome to.
But getting old.
I
So,
just got depressed.
how was your guys' New Year's?
You go first.
It was pretty standard, man. Honestly, I think at this point, everyone's just kind of.
Can I guess?
Uh-huh.
It was you just want to go, man, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to stay home, play some video games, watch a movie, call it good. And then your mom calling up going, when time are you coming over? You don't visit.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're just guilted in there and you're like, I just want to be home the whole time.
Yeah,
And then,
but that's,
Happy New Year! And
that's,
swallow 12 grapes. So then,
Yeah.
and then just go home going, I could have been in bed.
Pretty much. Honestly, everyone's pretty much over it this year. It's just kind of one of those things. It just feels like this year was just such a slog for everyone that everyone's just like, yeah, Happy New Year. I could see it in everyone's eyes, dude. It was just like, all right, we're ready to fucking put this baby to bed. Yep. I'm not really sure how ready we are to start the new one, but we definitely need to fucking put this one away. So, here we are. Reluctant.
I'm just saying, I had a productive 2018. I had knee surgery. I almost died. I got to learn to walk again.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Sure.
I put on a wrestling show. Had a true movie-going experience.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventful.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. It all depends on how you wanna look at it.
I'm putting a positive spin on this.
Good. Need positivity here.
Yeah, good, because I'm having trouble with that one.
So, Verge, how was baby's first New Year's?
Pretty much early.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. New Year's is very, 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 very quiet. It was just not. It wasn't. Yeah, nothing
how it should
too
be.
big. I mean, you're new parents of the year, and so Angel especially will go to sleep like when I'm still awake. So.
So, Angel's mom is still in town?
No.
Sorry, hold on. We got some football activity.
Charger goes with the Ravens.
Let's go Ravens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway,
Whoop that trick.
Is there any way for them both to lose?
so yeah, I mean, pretty much this year for me, multitude of shitstorms, but there are some good points. Just being a new parent this year, that's the most, that's the highlight of it, of course. But a lot of shenanigans that carry over into the new year. So those are just kind of those things where you're like, yeah, acknowledge it, and then after that, just that's why this year I want to go back to drawing, a little bit
back to basics,
a little bit more, something that I have complete control over. And I'm seeing a lot of this with my friends who are turning over 30s and mid 30s and all this stuff like that. It's just, I think they're now getting to that realization, like, wow, I should really do the other things that I wanted to do that doesn't involve my body, because it's all breaking down. So this year I would really like to focus on just those skills that I always wanted to explore. I'm always exploring, but the thing is, I really want to
focus on it.
Yeah, get on the nitty gritty.
It's good.
Yeah.
It felt like a long year, man, but at the same time, it went by quick.
Yes.
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
No, I totally agree.
I'm just tired. It's just about the tired. I'm positive that or I'm hopeful at least that we'll start out this year on a good note. So far, well, all right.
Oh, okay. Back to me.
Yes.
All right. So, as we all know on this show, there is a long saga of me and the laundromat.
Mm-hmm. Your battles.
And 2019 has suffered its first great casualty in this world. So, my laundromat has closed down. There is no more Great War. There are no more, dare I say, crazy Jehovah's Witnesses trying to get me to convert first thing in the morning. There are no more homeless people asking for my socks. Oh yeah, that's why I don't go in the evening.
Those people are still out there, Vince.
I know,
just don't collect there.
But they're not. My crazies are not there no more. My little Asian man that I did battle with for the good machines, he is no longer there.
Arch nemesis.
And getting a little choked up. So, I prepared my clothes for laundry to go do. I go, and the thing I like about my laundromat is it's right next to a grocery outlet. It's right next to a gas station. The gas station over there is under $3.
Wow.
It's at $2.99 right now.
One in National City?
No, Chula Vista.
What's a grocery outlet in National City?
In Chula Vista.
L Street. L Street, right?
Yes.
What about Chula Vista? National City?
Yeah, no, Chula Vista. What about National City? No, thanks,
I got his ear horn.
Should have got you a new air horn for Christmas.
Huh?
So I go pulling up, and the place is gutted.
Dude, there was no prior,
no indication.
No.
They didn't say, hey.
No, I mean, and you can't even say, because they have all the machines broken and they're not fixing them, but it's been like that since I started going there. For like 3 years.
Wow. The last machine finally broke and that was it.
I don't know, man. And it was just like one of those things where I was like, all right, calm down. Don't look. Just go to the grocery outlet, pick up what you need.
Go home crying.
No, I did that. And then I was like, all right, maybe they're just closed for remodeling.
It just is closed. It doesn't say out of business, right?
No. Because there was like just a little yellow notepad thing on the door. It says
sticky.
Laundromat closed when I walked up to the door, finally.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to look when I first saw it. Part of me was just like, okay, maybe they're just remodeling for the new year.
We're getting new machines.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Because, like I said, the whole place was gutted.
That's what you get for hoping.
But then when I saw that sign, I was like, my heart dropped. And you know what? Truth be told, I felt bad. No, because I felt like a husband who cheated on his wife.
Oh, shit.
And she got into an accident and never got a chance to say I'm sorry or goodbye. Because on Christmas, instead of fighting all the few people that were there for the good machines, I decided to go to a different laundromat.
You killed it.
So
You killed
Right.
So
You killed it. No wonder you're guilty.
yes. So I'm like, when I went, I was like, fuck it, I gotta go back. That's my laundromat, and then it's gone.
Wow.
And then I'm like, it just hurts so much.
Wow, it's not your fault, buddy.
I think they felt you did cheat on them.
I think so too.
Oh wow!
I think the last machine actually.
And then after he left, they put all the machines back.
I'd be so happy. I'd be so sad.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're sorry, Vince.
Me too.
That's a great loss.
It is. So that'll be it for the war stories.
At least we stopped losing restaurants that we loved because they're gone.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Did we lose any other restaurants this past year that we left to go to? No.
Red Fox.
No,
Well, that's coming.
that's coming. We still gotta hit it
Yeah,
up.
that's this year. And then who knows? I got a feeling it's one of those things where.
But like I said, the Red Fox is moving across the street.
That's for sure now.
I'm pretty sure.
All
That's
right.
that's what I've heard.
We should still hit it up in the old spot though.
Yeah, no, exactly. It ain't gonna be the same.
Because nothing's ever the same. Ever
No.
since they moved Corvette Diner from the freaking Fifth Avenue, dude, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like the new location
Yeah.
because
The new
Blasphemy.
location is good, but not the layout.
because the whole thing is I hated finding parking.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
was part
I
of
mean,
its charm.
Fifth Avenue is still a shit show.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the lament of Vince because he lost his laundromat.
R.I.P. Coin up. You're washing Angel's boxers now. Angel's in heaven, not Virgil's wife's angel.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
that's what I mean.
We got you.
Yeah, no, I know, but I feel like nowadays you need to be specific with people because they don't just take nuance or subtlety, like with the Bird Box challenge. You heard about that, right?
I don't know what the Bird Box
I haven't
challenge.
watched
I know of
the
the
movie.
movie,
Yeah,
but,
have you watched it?
now there's a bird. No.
Yeah, people are walking around with blindfolds trying to freaking do shit. Yeah, so Netflix actually had to put out a thing saying, "We appreciate you guys liking Bird Box." We felt this
Is that the name of the movie, Bird
yeah,
Box?
Yeah,
I gotta watch it. I heard it's good.
this didn't need to be. We didn't think this needed to be said, but please do not.
Yeah, kind of like Tide's like, we
Yeah.
didn't think this needed to be said, but we appreciate you loving our product. Please don't ingest our products.
You know, I don't hear about this stuff until I hear people on Facebook or
Yeah,
whatever
'cause
saying,
we're
like,
old.
oh, you know, they're like, oh, you without watching Bird Box, a waste of time, blah, blah. And that's the thing is, usually what I'll do is I'll wait, only because I don't have time. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, so I was getting some lunch over at K Sandwiches, and I was
It
waiting
wasn't cluster F.
no, still was. But
The normal.
I was waiting for my sandwich, and this two people like sat next to me, and they just started talking about it. I'm like, and I just not a word. I just picked up my sticky rice, walked over to the corner, and just like because I didn't want to hear any spoilers or anything like that. But what I was hearing first before they had explained or even said what Bird Box was, they were like, oh, it was a total complete waste of my time, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, I don't want to hear this, you know.
It's one of those things where it's very dividing for people. Some people love it, other people's don't give a rat's ass.
Did you watch it?
No, I got better things to do with my time.
Yeah, see?
No, actually, it's one of those things where like, oh, I should watch this, but I'm rewatching this. I should watch this, but
Yeah.
you know, I want to watch it, and I know I'm gonna nap right now, so I got to put on something I've already watched. And as we know, my schedule is mainly consumed with 98% naps, 2% getting shit done. And when I mean shit, I mean going to the bathroom.
It's a very productive too.
Yeah,
I'm watching the Orville, man. That's it. That's all I care about now. On TV, anyway, or on Netflix. Everything else, like, if I get around to it, fine. If I don't, I just don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Plus, I've never really been a Sandra Bullock fan. You know? Except for, what was that movie where she was like an undercover FBI, but she was a model?
Miss Congeniality?
Yeah, that. I like that movie. I don't know why.
Well, Shatner was in that too.
yeah.
That's probably why I liked it.
And I actually watched the Sandra Bullock classic the other day, Demolition Man.
You see, she wasn't the. I liked her in that one, but she wasn't the lead. So that's why it gets overlooked.
Still a classic. I don't care.
no? And Rob Schneider.
Okay, so while we're on the subject of
Demolition Man.
older movies.
Oh, okay.
Older movies. This is like from the 90s.
Older movies, yeah, I know.
This is 20 fucking years ago now.
I did watch Watchmen last night. I really enjoyed that movie. I think
I really like it too.
I mean, was it Zack Snyder's
Yeah.
first movies?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
But one of his first superhero movies. Quote, superhero movie. But I think because Watchmen is a dark movie anyway, it totally fit him. There was a lot of just, I think, things I didn't notice the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was one of these, like, thinking type of movies,
Yeah.
and
It's one of those movies where you have to watch it a couple times.
Yeah, so the ways that he shot certain things and fight scenes were good. They were decent. And
yeah, choreography was good.
the only thing I really maybe had a question about is maybe some of the casting. Like, maybe the last guy, I forget his name, but he is supposed to be really quick or something like that. But he was like a CEO. He was a superhero, then he decided to become a CEO.
Oh,
and so,
Ozymandias.
I guess what it is, or his name is.
Yeah, Adrian. Something.
Yeah, I would have not have casted that guy. I mean, maybe for his acting ability, but not put him in a suit. It was just kind of like I was just like this dork. So anyway, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it was a great movie. I really like Rorschach.
Yeah.
There's just so much about this movie that makes you want to look into it, because I had to look up 3 or 4 people while I was watching the movie, and then I was like, that's why I think that movie fit Zack Snyder.
Yeah. The comedian was great. I mean,
but that's Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Negan. Yeah. Anyway, so those type of movies fit him. I'm not too sure about the colorful DC characters.
Watch some classics, really.
What Zack Snyder really is good is at the deconstruction of stuff, and that's just the thing right now with comics and with movies and all. When it comes to that subject, and it gets tiresome, So, but definitely Watchmen is a great movie. But I do love Batman vs Superman.
I do too.
I do. I love all that stuff. So I'm not bitching too much.
Well, the thing about the Watchmen is it's like the antithesis. Of those movies,
they're
right.
I don't want to say they're anti-heroes, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so, but that's okay, because it was done very well in its own right. Mm-hmm. It's not for everybody, for sure, because there are people just watch it and they're like, I just don't understand. Yeah. But the thing is, I think you have to have some background in superhero movies.
Yeah.
Or at least some love for superhero movies, like traditional superhero movies, in order for you to understand that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Because you break it down into its components, and you actually, it's a good experience.
Yeah. Because I think it's
refreshing.
Yeah. Because when you say superhero, you automatically think, Superman. You think all the.
The tropes.
Right? Who is the most colorful Marvel character? I wouldn't say it's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You said he's the most colorful?
Colorful?
Color palette wise?
More like grandiose. Like I'm like, I mean, I would guess you could say Captain America.
Iron Man.
Yeah, that's what my vote. He's much more extravagant.
Yeah. Well, anyway, okay, but. I guess my point being just...
The Rainbow Rider?
Yes. But, I don't know, it was just I think we did discuss this, but, because Marvel spent a lot of the 90s and 80s being dark, whereas DC was being very colorful.
We've had a flip, huh?
Yeah, and there's a switch, and then I think they're switching back again. Yes?
Yeah. In the movies, yes. Comics, I have no idea what the hell's going on. All I know is
that's a completely different story.
All I know is I'm tired.
Is this kind of upheaval happening in both the Marvel and DC side, or just mainly Marvel? Really? Mm-hmm. Like the whole SJW movement, and really? Mm-hmm. Wow. I thought for sure someone would stick to their guns.
Nope, because it's.
So Batman's like gay now. And they're like,
almost.
Are they getting there? I haven't gotten it there.
Getting there. You heard about the big controversies going on right now, right?
There's so many, man.
No, okay, so DC Comics came out with a book this week called Heroes in Crisis. It's number 4. Really, it's not a good book, but it's supposed to deal with superheroes and PTSD. Okay. And just so happens they wiped out half the goddamn DC universe to do this book. I mean, they killed Wally West, the Flash, after bringing him back, and a bunch of other stuff. But, you can't fucking satisfy these goddamn people, and you can't satisfy fans. So originally, the cover was supposed to be Poison Ivy dead on the floor, kind of like marking out like a Flash symbol in blood. So, maybe the Flash did it or whatever. And that, people were saying, oh, well, she's in a sexy pose, she's this, she's that. So they changed the cover for that. Then in the book, they're, it's supposed to be like a digital psychiatrist or some shit like that, but really the whole, you're in the goddamn real world confessional booth where it's just like a straight camera, you're talking to it. and Black Canary's in there, and she's like, fucks that, like, she's like, just looks at the camera and goes, fuck this, and walks out. But in that, when she's walking away, you know, it's just a stationary camera, so there's, you know, like, when she stands up, there's like a crotch shot or whatever. They're like, oh my god, they're sexualizing her crotch shot. And then there's a picture of Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, trying to get over her trauma, like trying to show her trauma, which is the bullet she got from the Joker. So she shows like the entry wound, turns around and shows the exit wound to the camera, and they're like, oh look, she's showing her butt. And it's like, no, she still has her goddamn pants on.
What the heck is all this Puritanism?
I don't know.
What is all this?
And then there's a pinup page of Lois Lane talking to Clark Kent. But you know, like she's by like the door, like in a t-shirt and like her calzones. And like, oh look, they're over sexualizing her. And mind you, the next page is Clark Kent in his tidy whities and and laying down in bed all muscular. But you know, oh, heaven forbid.
Right. Interesting.
And it's just shit like that.
People need to stop complaining and watch porn. That's
Yeah.
good.
Then what was it? Over the holidays, people were attacking a writer named Donny Cates, who writes Venom and like a lot of the actual good Marvel books right now. And somebody was attacking him because he doesn't believe in Simbrock, I think it's called. It's supposed to be a sexual relationship between Venom
And Eddie Brock.
and Eddie Brock. Yeah. Because he thinks it's stupid and doesn't want, and like,
Because it is stupid?
yeah. So like people were attacking him.
So he's gonna have sex with himself? Is it? What?
I don't know.
I mean, that's a given for every man.
Yeah. So it was just
Right.
like, yeah. So you know, people were attacking him over that, and then it turned into him, and of course he ends up denouncing some of the fans that were defending him. So
So it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like you have the fans, and then you also have the writers getting on their high horse.
yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Somebody starting shit,
Yeah.
and then the people that are defending him, and then pros, quote unquote, telling them, "Oh yeah, no, you don't let these people defend you because they're bad people."
That's such a weird.
You know,
So then
that's a
the
weird-
people that were defending him, he's like, "Oh no, I don't support these people," and
You know, the problem is, man, we've gotten
And
to
I'm
a point now, and this is, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
you know,
You know?
basically, we all just need to take a step back from fucking social media and be real people. That's my whole thing. It's like
The mob is...
everybody's just mob mentality, but you know, you can't have a real opinion, you can't have real thought, you can't talk to people because everybody's just gonna go online and then try to get freaking, oh no, it's okay, you're so brave, you're so this, you know, try to build themselves up through that, and it's not real.
No, it's not a real thing. That's very true. It's not a real thing.
You know,
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say is like you're trying to say like this is what your intention was to do. It's like no, it wasn't.
Right.
I was just doing what I usually do, and then you're being nitpicky about all these little things that it's like not everyone shares your point of view.
yeah.
So
And-
I have a problem with that.
Mind you, I bought Hero in Crisis number 4, but I think the story's garbage. I don't like it, but the artwork is beautiful, and I just bought it strictly for the artwork. You know, I don't know how much Marvel I can support right now, just because it's freaking terrible, and their customer relations is terrible. You know, and that's the thing, is I gotta stop thinking of myself as a fan and start thinking of myself as a customer.
Because that's how they categorize you.
Yeah. No, they don't categorize you as a customer. They categorize you as a fan that'll do whatever they want. That'll take shit and say it's fucking chicken salad.
Well, all I have to say is that artists are going to be artists no matter what. Okay, writers are going to write what they're going to write. If you deviate anywhere from that, you're not either of those things.
Right.
I mean, you retain some of the skills, but in the way you present it, is going to be a different story.
The problem is we've reached a shifting point where these used to be the writers and stuff for all of our popular media. They used to be the ones that kind of defined the dialogue, the way that we engage with this stuff. Now it's the other way around. The readers are defining, right? Or the viewers are defining how, things are engaged. And the writers are changing, the way that they're presenting the material based on that feedback. And that's not...
It wasn't that loud.
You still have the thing. There we go.
Could we?
He's giving me a look like I just freaking... Like I'm a goddamn member of the goddamn Taliban.
What?
Like, could you pour coffee right now? Shit, I need it.
I needs it.
I needs it.
All right. So anyway, so we need to not, because it's not true art, right? True art is not when you put it out there, and the viewer interprets it or the listener interprets it. They draw their own conclusions. But when the user, when the viewer or the listener is like, I don't agree with this, and then they change the medium or they change the actual art.
But at the same time, though, if you look, I know you don't have Twitter and all that stuff. It's more companies chasing it now than actually people making the decision for it.
Right. Well, because they don't want to take any risks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's part of the problem.
Exactly.
The problem is we have a corporate culture now that they want the most return for the least amount of risk.
And then also what it is too, it's marketing. You're no longer an artist. You're an illustrator. You're someone who's told what to do rather than do what.
Yeah, but the problem is that they're creating this crisis because I'm sorry to tell you, mob mentality dictates that people are dumb. Mm-hmm. Okay, an individual person can be smart, but people in a mob are dumb. Okay?
All right, calm down, Tommy Lee Jones, Man in Black.
Yeah. So a lot of times they don't know what they want. People just kind of go with, the trends on social media, like Vince was saying, and that's why you got to take a step back from that shit. You know what I mean? Take a step back from it. Formulate your own opinions. Stick by your own opinions. That's truly protecting. Right now, everyone's talking about the freaking First Amendment. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, right?
Well, this is a deeper conversation for another episode because we're getting up to it.
Right. I do want to have a palate cleanser for this, just a real quick one.
Okay.
Because it almost kind of falls in the same vein of is it or is it not? Okay.
Okay.
So before we ended a meeting, someone had said, I created a GIF.
Oh God.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say once.
Was it a GIF or a meme?
Hold on.
So basically, I said it should be pronounced GIF. Okay. So I did my research. I looked it up, and so here's the thing: GIF, animated GIF, right, means graphical interchange format, right? So you would think graphic with a hard G would be GIF, and so everyone's been called GIF. The creator or the person who created that format, he says it's pronounced GIF.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, that's how you want it said. Like, my name is Michelle, but I mean, it's spelled Michelle, but I prefer to call it Michelle.
Yeah.
So for him,
douche.
Yes. So I said, hey, creator, that's the way you probably want to say it, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because GIF is not a word.
It's an acronym.
Right. Exactly. So I think this dude, because he's so drunk with power, says, I'm going to call it GIF. Okay, then call it JPEG whatever format. And I'm like,
just call it PEG and J silent.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my God, that made my day. Sorry, they showed concept art for the Chargers stadium that they're going to be renting from the LA Rams.
Yeah.
And in the concept art, the stadium was full.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It'll never happen.
Anyway, so
Of course it is.
subtle jab.
That made my morning. That's so funny.
Subtle jab. Anyway,
No, nothing so about it. Spanos suck a dick.
Yes.
Spanos can eat a big butt.
So, Sergio, GIF or GIF?
I've been saying GIF for years. I'm sticking to it. I don't give a
me
shit
too.
what anybody says.
Well, like a wise commercial once said, choosing moms choose Jif. So I'm going with Jif.
What an asshole. Wrap this up.
You can find producer Virgil Ben Still Ill, sending us tribute to Smith and Morrissey. You can find them on StillIll.net, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find Sergio Sanchez on Facebook next to Jurassic Park. You can leave him alone. He's a cranky old man. Plus, Facebook's just a tired wasteland of nothingness.
Yeah.
You know, it's all old people talking political stuff that they only got half an answer to. God, I hate Facebook.
That sums it up.
Why do we still need you in this world? And what? See you later. I got the check. Happy New Year. Happy freaking New Year.